Hi everyone. In this video, I'm going to show you how to create color composite images from separate image files and combine them into one image in GeoExpress. So for example, let's say I have some Landsat data. Obviously it's multi-banded and I have separate files for each band. I could combine um, a number of different band files into one image. So, for example, in this video, I'm going to show you how to create red, green, blue images, basically color images from different bands of data from both Landsat and Sentinel-2. So, it's really super easy to do. It's sort of one of those hidden gems inside of GeoExpress. So what you want to do to start, if you want to create one of these, you select Add Color Composite Image to Encode, and that's under the File dropdown. Then you're going to be presented with this little menu. You can see over here, you've got a listing of the different bands, the file path and name. Over here, you got a drop down that says red, green, blue, or multispectral. So um, GeoExpress allows you to do just that. It allows you to make red, green, blue images or multispectral composite images. And you can come down here. You can edit the number of bands, depending on what you're looking for and how many bands are in your sensor. Um, Seeing as I'm just interested in some natural color images right now, I'm going to select red, green, blue. Let's see. Double click on the red, and you can browse to the file that you want. I am going to do, for the first example, I'm going to use Landsat 8 data. Landsat 8, the red band in Landsat 8 is your band 4. So I'm going to choose that one first. Green, a double click on that again. Browse over to it. Green is 3. Select blue. Blue is 2. Now that I've gotten all those identified, I hit OK. Here they are. I'm just going to verify that it's the band comes. I say band 4, band 3, band 2. They're all GeoTIFFs. Okay. Here we go. So now you can see in the Properties tab, I have bands, 3 bands, files or GeoTIFFs. It's 16-bit data. Here's a coordinate reference system, so it's already obviously georeferenced. Up here, you can choose your compression ratio. I'm just going to leave it at 20 to 1. That's sort of our default for visually lossless. And up here, default for a new image is Mr. Sid Generation 4. So here we go. So let's go to the Preview tab. And there we have it. Here's our preview of our color image. It's a bit, it's the desert, so there's lots of browns and reds, things like that. But there is some green to be had. There's some white for snow on top of these mountain peaks. Now, what I could do is, seeing as it's a red, green, blue image, I could actually go in here to the color balance tool and you know pretty it up a little bit, maybe make it a little bit more visually appealing as far as the colors go and the lights and the darks. I can play with the intensity, or I could go in here and reproject it as well. But right now, for the sake of this demo, I'm just going to leave it as it is. I will change the path name, however. I'm going to do, let's see here. I'm going to not, because that was B4, band 4, I'm going to call it RGB for red, green, blue. Hit save. Then I'm going to run the job. Spits me out over to the output tab. You can see my input red, green, and blue band, file type, image size, all my properties are here. It's chugging through it. Okay, here we go. Output properties, file size, things like that. Okay, there's Mr. Sid. Target compression ratio is 20 to 1. It got 19.99 to 1, so that's pretty good. And it took 17 seconds to create that. Let's bring it in to GeoExpress. Here it is, just to prove that it actually did what it did. There we go. So here looks pretty close to the original. Very nice. It's 30-meter Landsat color data. It's not been pan sharpened or anything like that to get down to 15. But you could potentially do that if you wanted to now. You've got this red, green, blue image. So pretty cool, huh? I'm going to do another example of it. This time with Sentinel-2 data. Sentinel-2 data is 10-meter resolution. Let's see here. Again, add color composite image to encode. So down here, red, I'm going to browse to my file. So I want to get out of this Landsat data. Here's Sentinel-2, kind of buried down in here. Okay, again, so it's 432 is the red, green, blue. So 4, 3. You can see it's JP2 imagery and not GeoTIFFs, though the Sentinel data is automatically delivered in a bit of a compressed format. Browse and 2. Here we go. As you can see in the Properties tab now, file size, file type is JPEG 2000s. Again, it's 3-banded. Output size, let's see here, the nominal size is 689.9, input is 314, so it's about 50% compressed. So I'm just going to leave it, let's see, maybe I'll try like 2.24 or something. I think it's about 2.2, 2.1. Yeah, there we go. So it's about 2.2. About a little bit over 50% compressed, the input file size. And I'm just going to keep it that way because it's already compressed data. I'm going to come over to the Preview tab and take a look at it. Here we go. Wow, it's another desert scene. Lots of reds and some browns. Let's see here. It's actually sort of an interesting image. It's this one's of the Aswan High Dam in Egypt. Um, One other thing you can see in the Properties tab, this X and Y resolution, it's that 10-meter data. So now that we have that all that set, I'm going to hit Browse again. I'm going to rename this. I'm going to see here. So again, it's Sentinel-2. This is the first one. So I'm not going to name it Band 4. I'm going to name it RGB again. So you know it's the red, green, blue file. And now it looks like I got everything set. I'm going to hit Run Selected Jobs. You can see now input file type again, JPEG 2000, the input image size. That's in terms of nominal size. So remember, when we're doing a compression job, everything is calculated based on the nominal file size, not the input file size. So it looks like it's chugging through here a little bit, 2 minutes, 31 seconds. Taking a little bit longer. It's taking this JPEG. It's decompressing all of the different bands, band files, and creating that color composite and then compressing it back together into a Mr. SID. Again, once it's in red, green, blue, I could have um, gone in here. I could have color balanced it. Could have reprojected it. Can do all sorts of cool job combinations in GeoExpress, which is one of the nice things about the application. Give it another moment or so to finish up. But you can see it's a really intuitive, it's a really easy operation to create these color composite images. You can obviously create these red, green, blue ones super easy, but you can also create multispectral ones. Say if you wanted to create a multispectral composite that had 4 different vegetation types of bands, you could easily do that by adding them and as choosing the multispectral. If you chose the multispectral option here and edited the number of bands. You could have easily gone in and so, gotten 4 different bands, selected the bands you want, and then save that out, and then you would have this color composite that just happens to be all your vegetation bands. So you could, potentially give that to somebody to do their vegetation analysis on and look at crop health and whatnot. So give this another 30 seconds, 29 seconds. It's interesting also to note that both of these examples have been 16-bit unsigned data. Um, there is a function within GeoExpress to go in and create 8-bit data from the 16-bit data, but it's important to note that you can't take that same 8-bit data type and convert it back to 16-bit. Um, you'd have to just use the regular original GeoTIFF or original file to go in and create a new color composite if you wanted the 16 and not the 8. Anyway, so now that that is done, let's take a look at it. Let's bring it in to GeoExpress. Nope, that's the Landsat image. Don't want that. Excuse me. Then come back up here. Signal 2. Here it is. Beautiful. And voila, that is how you make a color composite image. Just a composite image period. Doesn't have to be natural color. It can be multispectral. But this is how you make a composite image inside of GeoExpress. Again, I hope this was valuable to you. Hope this was interesting. Please feel free to email us questions at support@lizardtech.com or comment on this YouTube video. And I hope you have a great rest of your day. Thank you.